Today's poem is from the Journal of the American Medical Association, volume 326, issue 7, and it was published August 17th, 2021. So each week in my evidence-based medicine class, I'll be sharing a poem, and this week's poem is called This Is How by Sophia Gorgens. This is how you came to us, febrile like yesterday's coals, slowly smoldering and somnolent in your confusion. Sternal rub and your lips open. Parched moan. When you give us nothing, someone says, "We practice animal medicine." This is how we started, with lines and labs and imaging. Look for everything. Something will be found. Something will be the matter. Kidneys both flare bright white like midnight stars, sign of cancer basking in infection. A shudder through your body. This is how you spiraled, further, further from us, spinning dancer balanced on point. The rhythm of days and nights stirring me from sleep, on call again and again and again. Medications with names like songs. This is how we gave you everything. So this week I want you to look at some of the more interesting points of this poem in regard to evidence-based practice. The first thing to look at is the line in the first stanza, "When you give us nothing, someone says, we practice animal medicine." What does that mean when we're saying that? What does that mean to you? To me, I think it means we don't know the answer. We don't know what's wrong. And someone saying we practice animal medicine is like saying, animal medicine is really low on the evidence pyramid. Laboratory science, animal medicine, animal science, we don't know the answer. We're trying anything. We're trying to figure out what's wrong with you and just, doing everything we can to find the answer, but we really don't know what we're doing. That's sort of how that begins. And it's a state of beginning where we just don't have a clue what's going on. And that's the state of really every clinical encounter at the beginning of the encounter. We begin with little knowledge. We begin with not knowing what's going on. So we have to frame a focused clinical question, a PICO question, so that we can search the literature, we can search the guidelines, we can search our practical knowledge to figure out what to do. Look in the second stanza. This is how we started, with lines and labs and imaging. Look for everything, something will be found. So makes me think of ER medicine, right? Where we're just we're running every test, we're trying to figure out what's wrong. But that's also true with evidence-based practice. So when you begin with a problem, when you start to search the literature, you start with a broad net. You cast a broad net using PubMed, using CINAHL, using some of these medical databases up to date, and you're trying to figure out what the problem is, but it's this really broad net. You're searching for everything, just looking for that little granule of knowledge, that little nugget that's going to take you down the right direction. It's going to allow you to apply some filters and really narrow down that medical literature. And then the final stanza, I love the imagery. This is how you spiraled, further, further from us, spinning dancer balanced on point. You can just see the person spinning away on point. It's beautiful, right? But it's not. It's scary. It's graceful, and yet you're losing this person spinning away. The rhythm of days and nights stirring me from sleep, on call again, again, again. To me, again, that brings to mind that spinning. The days are spinning, the earth is spinning, your patient is spinning. Medications with names like songs, these long convoluted medications, maybe these are some of the answers that you found in your literature search, in your evidence-based practice. And finally, the last line, this is how we gave you everything. We gave you everything. Gave you all the medicine. We gave you all the knowledge. We gave you everything that we had being on call. We gave you all of our being to help you as a medical practitioner. So that's my take on this week's poem, This Is How. I hope you enjoyed it, and stick around, come back next week for another poem from the Poetry and Medicine collection.